Awesome, thank you. Hasten, do you agree or disagree? Okay. Where do you think a mistake was made?
Done two copies.
Okay. Maybe what should he have done first?
The power, support, power two.
And what's that?
16.
Okay, so Gavin, you want to erase this right here. And then let's see if Kason can walk you through how to solve it, and let's see if he will get you the correct answer. So, yeah, all of it. All right, so Kason, walk him through step for step. Tell him what to do first.
Alright. So you did the 4 to the power 2. And then you get 16. And then jump in parentheses. And you do 10 plus 45. And you get 55.
Hang on, just a second. Let's go ahead and write out this entire problem again, but instead of writing the 4 squared, do the 16. So you'd write parentheses 10 plus 45 minus 5, close it, divided by 25 minus 16. And make that a minus sign, it doesn't equal sign. Perfect. Now, what should he do next?
10 plus 45. And you get 55. And then you do the bracket by 5 and you get 50.
Well, just a second. Let's let him write the rest of it down. So you did 10 plus 45 and got 55. So bring down your minus 5. And you're still in parentheses. And then bring down your divided by 25 and your minus 16. Now tell him what to do next. Michelle, notice what supplies you need. You need to get all your supplies ready. Make sure they're at your desk. While you're waiting on them to finish the building. So you need to make sure you have your paper, combo calculator, all that stuff. No, but you just need to make sure you got all your materials that you need. You need to make sure you turn in your phone and stopwatch.
And then you do 55 by 25.
So let's see. So you did 10 plus 45 and got 55 minus 5, which is 50, divided by 25 is 2. And then minus 16 and got negative 14. Very good. Alright, so you should have gotten negative 14 as your answer. Thank you, Gavin, for working that out for everyone. What questions do you have on the bell ringer? Okay, let's get our heads up, please. Heads up. Yes, sir.
Use parentheses first.
Yes, he did. You simplify what's in parentheses, but since that 4 squared had nothing to do with the parentheses, you could go ahead and do that as well. Okay, heads up, please. Yes, sir.
I could tell if that was a plus sign.
Or a division. I actually thought it was a plus sign also until he worked it out, and then I saw it was a division, so I was having to check to make sure he did it right. So yeah. If you wrote that down as a plus sign, then you would have gotten the wrong answer. But it wouldn't be because of any math calculations. It would just be from reading the problem incorrect. All right, you can put that bell ringer away. What I need from you, I need your bell ringer from last week. I need you to write your name on it, pass it to the front, and front row pass it to the right. I also need your work from your quizzes assignments. So you would make sure your name's on it, pass it to the front, and front row pass it to the right. Also, the worksheet from Wednesday. Some people did not turn it in. It was the exponent rules, multiplication and division. You need to get that out. If you need to turn that in, pass it to the front and to the right. So you should have the bell ringer, the 2 quizzes assignments. Make sure you write quizzes and your name. Let's get up. The 2 quizzes, assignment work, and the worksheet from Wednesday if you have not turned that in yet. So you just didn't do it? Well, he gave you 180 seconds, which is 3 minutes. That was plenty of time to write the problem down and work it out.
Yeah, then you can look over here. What?
Alright, and then you should also, you need to have out that piece of paper that you're already supposed to have at your desk ready to go. So you need to get that paper out. And you also need to get out your Chromebook. Alright, so you need to go to quizzes, and here's the game code that you need to enter in.
Oh my God.
And you should also have out a piece of paper. Once you get signed in, at the top of your paper, these are notes. You need to title it 8.3 Powers of Product Notes. 8.3 Powers of Product Notes. And Ethan, if you have joined us, you will be doing the same thing we're doing. So you'll go to quizzes, enter in the game code. Also remember that you are required to do the bell ringer. You can do it on notebook paper. Just put what day it's for and show your work, and then on Friday you'll send it over. But you are required to do the bell ringer while you are not here. Alright, so at the top of your paper it needs to be titled 8.3 Powers of Product Notes.
I saw you Kenan.
I didn't see you.
That's the point.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What? What is it?
I'm like,
Is it like black? Is it like Black Boys or Lisa? Was we by the rides?
you know, she's walking from the literally from there.
You might have not saw it.
No, she was there. She was at Kenan. I know
I
she
didn't go to the Derby though.
was. No, but you was there.
If she didn't go to how much she
Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
8.3 Powers of Product Notes. If you haven't titled the top of your paper that, you need to go ahead and title that. This paper will go in your folder when we're done. It'll be the last page in your folder. Alright, review. So, first thing you need to do is review. We are going to work this problem out together. Awesome. Alright, so write that problem down. 2/3 times A times B times negative 6AB times negative 8AB. So this is what we covered last week. Okay, so my question to you is, what do I do first? Amber, what would you tell me to do first?
Do the numbers in the parentheses.
Yeah, you do the numbers first. So first thing I need you to do is tell me, do 2/3 times negative 6 times negative 8. So type that in your calculator. Okay, so everybody type that in your calculator.
Is that the 6?
2/3, it's on your screen,
I know, but I
times negative, oh, if you listen, 2/3 times negative 6 times negative 8.
32.
Colin, what did you get? 2/3 times negative 6 times negative 8. Okay, let's see if you're typing it in your calculator correctly. Okay, no, you did 2 times 3 something, negative 6, 2 parentheses, and then 2/3 means 2 divided by 3, close your parentheses, and then times negative 6 and times negative 8. 32. N, do you agree with that? There we go, perfect. So first you get 32. Now, what would you tell me to do next, Rihanna? Yeah, you multiply all the A's. So what's A times A times A, Alan?
A. 3.
What do you mean by? Is it 3 or A or?
3. 3A.
A to the power of 3. Remember, you add the exponent. So you do 1 plus 1 plus 1, and you get A to the 3rd power. All right, Caleb, what would you tell me to do next? I'm sorry, what did you say, Caleb? Do y'all agree with that? Perfect. So my final answer is 32, A to the 3rd times B to the 3rd. Okay? All right, let's do the next one.
Oh my god. Wow. Fancy.
X to the 10th, Y to the 2nd, Z to the 7th, divided by negative X to the 9th, Y, Z to the 6th. So you need to have this problem written down.
Is this like the stuff that Albert Einstein? What feel like?
Who's that? That's weird.
All right, so my question to you is, and don't call out the answer out loud, I'll ask somebody, what's the rule when you're dividing variables with exponents? Michelle? You subtract the exponents. But first, you got to divide the coefficients. Ashton, what's my coefficient of this first, of the top number?
10.
No, my coefficient. The coefficient's the number in front.
Number front.
So what number do we automatically know is there?
1.
1. Now, Ashton, what about on the bottom? What number's in the front?
Negative.
Negative 1. So first, you got to do 1 divided by negative 1. Alan, what's 1 divided by negative 1? Type it in your calculator. 1 divided by negative 1. It's -1. -1. And then Michelle, you told me to subtract the exponents, right? Okay, what's 10 minus 9? 1. So first I get x to the first. Okay, now I subtract these. There's not a number here with this y. So Daniel, what number do I automatically put there? 1. So you got to do 2 minus 1. Chase, what's 2 minus 1? Say that again, Chase. 1. So y to the first. Then you got to do 7 minus 6. Trenton, what's 7 minus 6? 1. Okay. So I'm going to write this meter like I'm supposed to. Instead of writing -1, I'm just going to put a negative sign, and then I'm going to put x, y, z because all of their exponents are 1. So my answer is negative x, y, z. Okay. All right, so that's what we did last week. Let's move on to this week. The power rule. Okay, so I need you to write down the power rule on your paper. And then you're going to write what the power rule says. The power rule says a to the m power raised to the n power is a to the m times n. So if you are raising a power to a power, you just multiply the powers together. So when you're multiplying, you add the exponents. When you're dividing, you subtract the exponents. Keep your head up, please. But when you're raising a power to a power, you multiply. Okay? So here's an example. Write this down. 5 to the power of 2 raised to the third power. 5 to the power of 2 raised to the third power. Okay? So how you do this is, it's a power raised to a power, so you multiply the exponent. So it would be 5 to the power of 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So it would be 5 to the power of 6. And then to actually solve it, you would do 5 to the power of 6 in your calculator. So let's do that for me real quick. 5 to the power of 6. And Skylar, what did you get?
15,600.
Okay, not 30.
No, you did 5 times 6. It's 5 to the power of 6. Hey, very common mistake. Oh, that's not right? 15,625?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Common mistake.
Now do 25 times 3, 25 to the power of 3. This is just showing you that it actually works because you're not always going to have a number there. It's going to be a variable. All right, raising a product to a power. So now I need you to write that down. Raising a product to a power. Remind me again, what does the word product mean? It means to multiply. It means to times. So you're going to be timesing something, and it's going to be raised to the power. Colin, you doing okay? Keep your head up, please. You need to write this down. Raising a product to a power.
Did you ever get Ian his thing for winning first place?
Oh, no, because we were gone. Sorry. Okay, so raising a product. Thank you for reminding me.
It's okay, I'll get another one.
Here's the product power. Raising a product to a power. If you have a times b to the nth power, then you just distribute that power to each factor. So it would be a to the nth power times b to the nth power. Okay, we need to have this written down.
It's already written down.
All of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Every drop and set of the teeth that came off the pistol.
Wow.
Let's make sure we have it written down, and then we should not be distracting others. Alright, here is an example. 2x all raised to the third power. Notice the 2 and the x are in parentheses. So what you're going to do is you're going to distribute that power to 3 to both factors. You're going to distribute it to the 2 and to the x. So we have this one written down. You should have 2x raised to the third power. So we're going to do, that would be 2 to the third power times x to the third power. Now, whenever you have a number raised to a power, you can actually evaluate that. So I need you to do in your calculator, or if you have it memorized, what is 2 to the third power, Jason?
Is that on top of the x? Is that a 3 as well?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry, tell me that again.
It's 8.
It would be 8. So your final answer would be 8x to the third power.
Oh, okay.
So all you're doing is distributing, and you have to distribute to every factor. Okay. All right, let's do some actual examples.
Oh my god, my computer shut off.
Try this one out. See what you get. It's on your screen.
It's not a monster.
Ay, ay.
There you go. All right, so work this one out.
Not a clue. No one's answered yet.
Yeah, I have.
It says that there's so many other people trying to you're not. We need to break.
Okay, let's see how many people got that
Oh, I got it
one
right.
I didn't. Good guesser.
4 people, good job.
Oh, 4 people got it right.
All
Good
right.
job, guys. Yeah.
Hey, that's very good on the very first try. Okay, so, alright, so if you did not get it correct, you need to erase your work, and then you are going to work it out as I work it out. Okay, so it's 7r to the 5th power times w to the 6th power. So first thing you're going to do is distribute this square to each factor. So it would be 7 squared, and then that's r to the 5th to the 2nd. So you do 5 times 2, which is 10. So it's r to the 10th. And then you do 6 times 2, which is 12. So it'd be w to the 12th. And then you just have to do 7 squared, which is 49. So our answer is 49, r to the 10th, w to the 12th. Okay. Good job. On those 4 that got it correct, I was not expecting anyone.
I get it now. I just guessed.
I am a good guesser.
Alright, so if you did not have your work shown, if you did not have your work shown, you need to show your work. You need to show your work. If you did not have your work shown, let's show our work.
Where do we get if we win?
Let's show our work, please. Alright, let's try the next one.
I'm getting this next one right.
Whatever gets you to sleep at night.
Good guessing game.
Alright, let's see how many people can get this one right.
Is that what number is that? I can't tell because of the.
Well, let's work it out, then select our answer.
Yeah, Ian. Wait a second.
Come on, buddy.
You can do it.
If I can do it in my head, that's the easy part.
You need to work it out on paper. Work it out on paper.
I know I'm beating everyone but the.
Let's go.
Alright, let's see how many people got this one right.
How's that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Alright, so we had some people get this one right. Good job. Okay, so it's -4.
I know what I did wrong.
But this says it would
Hey,
be
guys.
negative.
Be quiet, please. I need you to watch the board and I'm going to show you how to work it out. -4 times b to the third times r. So this is -4 to the fourth power. So you would need to put -4 in parentheses. And then b to the third to the fourth power, you would do 3 times 4, which is 12. So it'd be b to the 12. And then this r has a 1. And 1 times 4 is 4, so it'd be r to the 4th. Now, when you type in -4 to the 4th power, I need you to type it in your calculator and make sure your -4 is in parentheses.
That's tough.
What did you get when you did -4 to the 4th power?
Negative 2.
You didn't put your -4 in parentheses. You should get positive 256 b to the 12th, r to the 4th. Because -4 to the 4th power is -4 times -4 times -4 times -4. And you got 4 negatives, so that's going to make it positive 256. All right, let's try another one.
Common mistake.
That's why I had that answer choice on here. Well, actually, I had that right there. So.
Yeah, well, that would have threw me
Well, that
off
should have been
too.
the right answer.
Yeah, I did 16. That's what I did.
All right, let's do another
I
one.
think 16.
Because I just threw it up there and threw it in a power. Like,
Makes sense.
is that what you did?
Yes.
Threw up in power.
Okay.
Alright, try this one. This one's a little bit more difficult.
It's not that heavy. I picked it up.
How would you know?
Wait, no, I have.
Wait, no, I have. Wait, no, I have.
You fell in.
Oh, there's a timer?
I'm good at the last thing.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bro, what the? Are you kidding me?
Wait. What?
Like, I'm
268.
done.
You add the
I'm done.
exponent.
Bro, it's not
Alright.
you don't even know what you're doing.
Let's do this one together. Alright, let me show you this one. It's 2w squared times 3w all raised to the third power. So first you have to do what's inside parentheses first. So you have to do 2 times 3, which is 6, and w squared times w is w to the third. And that's all raised to the third power. Okay. So now you distribute your third power and you get 6 to the third power, and 3 times 3 is 9, so w to the 9. And then you just got to do 6 to the third power in your calculator. Well, 6 times 6 is 36, and 36 times 6, I believe, is 216. So your answer is 216 times w to the 9. Okay. All right. Now that we've done a few examples,
We
what
still need to do more.
questions? What questions do you have for me?
I want to go home.
Ashton,
Can we do another example?
we have some. Casey,
Can we do more?
you just asked the same question. Sorry, I won't answer the same question twice.
Well, why not?
Oh, so.
All right, let's go on. Here's your next one.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way. There's no. This is so easy.
Yes, ma'am.
Ian Delport come to the office, he's signing out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo!
You'll need to just finish this problem.
Yo!
Well, you'll get it.
Hey, 36G.
You told me.
Yeah, boys. Somebody about to get my truck for you. Later not. Shut up.
Hey, take me with you. Hola.
Have a good day.
He come back. I get
I didn't click.
It's good.
Yes, sir.
What makes you want to be a bad teacher?
I wanted to help people understand math.
I couldn't do it. Miss Hospital said she was gonna make my life miserable.
Do you make her life miserable?
Yes, it really does. You do too, actually. No, I don't. You do the same thing. You was literally throwing a tennis ball. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I ran across the class. Me too. Me just both
Make sure
said,
that you all were nice and you were supposed to she'll make your life miserable.
that is, I am. She won't even let him get up out of the chair. I for all my work, I will be typed out notes out with extra on.
That's awesome. But you also need to be
Being game is too easy. Maybe that's
And who
Right, you
is
should not be on other websites, you should only be on this website.
Who is he at night?
Yeah.
You. I'm answering. But you're not.
No.
Who's totally answered?
Yeah, but I don't see Ashley. Oh, he is on the answer. No.
Yes!
Let's go!
Hey, good job. Those of you that got it correct.
You know, like,
Alright, I'm gonna work this problem out, so if you got it wrong, you need to work it out first thing you would do is what's inside parentheses. So the first thing you would do is 3 times 2 times -1, which is -6. And then you get g to the 3 plus 1 plus 2, that's 6. And then you do h to the 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. And that's all raised to the second power. Okay? Well, -6 to the second power is positive 36. And 6 times 2 is 12, so that's g to the 12. And 4 times 2 is 8, so it'd be h to the 8. When you raise a negative number to a power, you need to put that negative number inside parentheses. So make sure you put it inside parentheses.
You got your stool.
That's okay. This is just so I can see the board. All right, let's do the next one. Oh, wait. No, it's 11:30. All right, we will finish the rest of the problems tomorrow. I need you to put your notes. Listen, please. Put your paper inside your folder. You don't have to put it in the prongs yet because we're not finished. And I need you to pass your folders to the front.
What? What do you want?
Stay in our seat. And then people, once you pass your folders to the front, whoever